Greetings. My name is Dr. Waddell Brooks, Sr., your host, and this is Community Forum. Today we have an exciting program. We're visiting the North Chicago School District number 187 and a special school at Forrestal School. The district, the superintendent is Milton Thompson, and the principal is Dr. Cassandra Brooks. The first grade teacher is Ms. Tyra Thomas, and she also is a co-host for Community Forum. We decided we have an exemplary first grade class, and we decided to let Lake County know, and probably the world know, this exemplary class. We called them the Forrestal All-Stars. And they are the learners.
What are we?
Learners of today, leaders of tomorrow.
They're real modest about that,
so you can see what I mean there. So what we're going to do, I'm going to be learning right along with the audience, which is the parents of the Forrestal All-Stars. And Mrs. Thomas, I want you to tell us how long have you been working with this group?
I've been working with this group only 5.5 months.
Wow.
And they have done outstanding. I mean, the whole class has been great. They really have. But, you know, you always have some who just do that extra. As late as today, we had a young lady, Julia, who you're going to see.
Okay.
And Julia, oh, my God, gives new meaning to determination. I told Julia, for example, I think it was Friday, I said, Julia, you know, you're not going to be making. She's like, yes, I am. I said, Julia, I'm not sure. She said, yes, I am. So even when she thought she was out, what I like about that learning spirit, she continued on. And so the day she came up and she said, so what do you think? I said, I guess you're in. She said, I guess so. So, you know, she's an example of what I want to see in the future of young women. I mean, if someone said to me, Julia Jones is running for president, vote for her, okay? But they're all like that because she works hard, and they all worked hard, and that's why you have the 10 here today. Not that the others couldn't have been, but these guys, they just went up and above.
I know my high school motto was in ourselves, our future lies. And this seems to be very appropriate for this group right here.
Oh, they're exceptional, you'll see. I mean, I probably couldn't praise them enough, and I don't take any credit for this. Their parents, all of these parents are unbelievable, because I've had parents call me at home at 9 o'clock at night. I'm like, go to bed. And they're like, well, you know, we're just trying to get the homework right. But the reason these kids are like this is because of the parents that they have. So, you know, let's thank District 187. I know there's been some things in the media about us. These kids give new meaning to success and to excelling.
Well, let's take a look at what is happening in the first grade class.
Well, can I introduce them to you?
Yes.
All right, I started out talking about Julia, but we're going to start with Chevy. This is Chevy Davis. And a lot of these kids are military children, which is great. So they come from all over the world, and that's important, because when you see as the show go on, you'll see what they're doing. Next, we have Julia Jones. And Julia is from Wisconsin originally. I believe Chevy is from Hawaii.
Oh,
okay, you'll learn about that. Then we have Chris Coleman. Chris, what's great about Chris is Chris cannot stand to fail. He has a real problem with that. I'm trying to work with him, because you can't be best at everything, and he doesn't understand that just you can. So that's Chris Coleman. And then we have Alexander Frey. Alexander is a quiet one. I didn't realize how, you know, he's so quiet, and you can just overlook him, and then when you look up, he's got the right answer for everything. So, you know, and he has an exceptional mother also who works with him, and she's unbelievable. And she works full-time, too. And this is Laura Rodriguez. Laura is our guest student from Spain. She's an exchange student. Can you imagine having an exchange student in first grade? So Laura's parents are here from Spain. And she is, just for her to be here, oh my goodness, I'm not even going to tell you about Laura. She'll speak for herself. Then behind me we have Alex Ortiz, again, a product of a wonderful family. I really do stress that, because these kids have exceptional parents. And Alex is also brilliant. You will not believe when you hear the things he knows. Then next to him, I have, now his name is Christopher, but I call him Luis because I have like 4 Christophers. So he became Luis O. Coppa. There you go. And Julia, she always corrects me. You can count on that. All right. And he is from the United States, but he has family in Mexico. And he always teaches us things about Mexico. He keeps us up to date. Next to him, I have Kendo Z. And Kendo will tell you what Z stands for. There you go.
Okay.
I have a master's degree, and I still can't say that. Okay. I'm working on it.
Okay.
All right. Then we have next to her, we have Mr. Jaden Wright. Jaden is a late bloomer. He's the, he's the quiet one. But I sent Jaden to a neighborhood once. I said, Jaden was kind of like, he was just a busy little kid, okay? And once I sent him to a neighborhood to pick out a house. He picked out the biggest house there. I said, now, how are you going to get it? He came back. He said, what do I have to do to live there? I said, you have to study. He changed that day. Jaden said, fine, that's what I'm going to do. So Jaden's a superstar himself. And then last, I have a really wonderful child, Jasmine. Jasmine, what's your last name? Gonzalez? I can say that one. Jasmine Gonzalez. This young lady is in kindergarten. She's actually in my class. She's in my RTI, which is a group we break up into on Wednesdays. And I noticed her because Jasmine literally does read on a high school level. When you hear her read, she is a kindergartner. She's in Mrs. Hardy's class, but she is phenomenal. I met her parents tonight, too, also. Again, these kids they're products of their parents.
Well, I'd like to welcome all of you to this program. Is called Community Forum, and it airs every Thursday at 7 p.m. on Comcast SS television, okay? So you're televised tonight so that the whole world, you're bringing the whole world to the classroom here, and the whole world is looking at you. So I want to thank you very much, okay?
So you want to see some of the things they can do?
Yes.
And again, I don't take credit for this because they do the work. All right, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to stand up and we're going to do all 44 presidents. And look at that. See, Julia? That's what I'm talking about.
All 44 presidents of the United States?
Yes, they can do them all.
Wow.
You can stand with them. Jasmine is our guest, so she's standing with us, but the rest of the trust me.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to tell you guys. Ready? 1. We're going to do it in unison. 2, 3, go.
George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, James Monroe, John Quincy Adams, Andrew Jackson, Martin Van Buren, William Henry Harrison, John Tyler, James K. Polk, Zachary Taylor, Miller Fillmore, Franklin Pierce, James Buchanan, Abraham Lincoln,
Andrew Johnson, Ulysses S. Grant, Rutherford Hayes, James Garfield, and Arthur,
Floyd Williams, Benjamin Harrison,
Grover,
William McKinley, Theodore Roosevelt,
Mike. The mic, they can't get it.
Woodrow Wilson, Robert G. Harding, Calvin Coolidge, Herbert Hoover, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Harry S. Truman, Dwight Eisenhower, John F. Kennedy,
Lyndon B. Johnson, Richard W. Nixon, Gerald Ford,
Jimmy Carter,
Ronald Reagan, George H.W. Bush, Bill Clinton,
George W. Bush,
and
Barack
All right. Very good.
I hope you got that.
American.
Oh, what did you guys say?
African American.
Oh, thank you very much.
I guess we'll sit. We're going to sit.
But I remembered it.
Okay, but you can't leave your seat.
I said it.
Okay.
Me too.
So, all right, so that was the... Now, Kendall, how many states are there?
50.
There are 50 states. Okay. Every state has a governor. Who is the governor of Illinois? Coleman. Pat Quinn. We have 2 United States senators. Do we know who they are? Okay, Mr. Ocampo.
Mark Kirk and Richard Durbin.
That's right. And who did you say the governor was?
Pat Quinn.
Okay, want to make sure he didn't have the mic. You guys are going to have to pass this mic down. Okay, and now, since we have 50 states, what state were you born in? Chevy, pass it down to Chevy.
Hawaii.
And who is your, what is the capital?
Honolulu.
Okay, Julia, what state were you born in?
Wisconsin.
And the capital, please.
Madison.
All righty, okay. Mr. Coleman, your state you picked?
Florida.
And the capital, please.
Tallahassee.
Tallahassee. Mr. Frey, state, give me a state, any state.
California.
And the capital.
Sacramento.
Okay. Ms. Rodriguez.
Texas, and the capital is Houston.
Okay, and she is from Spain. And she was born and raised in Spain. Okay, give me a state, any state.
Alaska.
Capital.
Juneau.
Good job. Give me a state, Mr. Ocampo. Any state.
Mexico.
No.
No. Mississippi. Jackson.
Jackson. Okay, go ahead. See, he's from Mexico. He can't help it. He loves it. He always patronizes his country.
New Hampshire.
And the capital.
Concord.
Okay, Concord. Give me another state. Anyone. Pick a state.
Illinois.
Oh.
The capital is Springfield.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, so they actually know all 50 states. They only had to give us a state and a capital. They learned all of those today. I mean, this year. Now we know that there are 50 states, right? How many continents are there? Alexander. 7 continents. And what are they? Mr. Ocampo.
North America, South America, Africa, Europe, Asia, Australia, and Antarctica.
Okay. That's very interesting. So there are 7 continents. You guys sure?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. There is one country that is in 2 continents. And Mr. Coleman, what country is that?
Russia.
And Russia? And what continents is it located at?
Europe and Asia.
Europe and Asia, out of sight. Okay. Now, I want all of you to pick one continent and give me 3 countries in it. Chevy, we'll start with you. Just 3. I know you know all 10, but give me 3. Give me, for example, Chevy, I would like you to tell me Africa. Give me 3 countries in Africa.
South Africa, Libya, and Madagascar.
That's absolutely right. Okay, Alexander, how many countries are in Australia?
Australia.
That's right, only 1. Australia is the only continent that has 1 country. Coleman, give me 3 countries in Asia.
India, China, and Japan.
Very good. Laura, I'll give you an easy one because you're from Europe. I'm not going to give you Europe, though. Give me North America.
Canada, Cuba, and Mexico.
Okay, that's right. They're all in North America. Luis. Give me a country in Antarctica.
Antarctica.
That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right. Alex, sir, give me 3 countries in South America.
Colombia, Uruguay, and Paraguay.
Very good. Okay. All right. You want to give? Oh, excuse me. She's the princess. Princess Kendall, would you please give me 3 countries in Europe?
Spain, Sweden, and France.
There we go. I'll go with that. Spain, Sweden, and France. All right. Now, these countries are important. I know that each student actually had to learn 10 countries in all 7 continents. So they actually know 70 countries out of 7 continents. But today, I don't want to bore you with that. We just did 3. All right. So now, when we import, there's such a thing as importing and exporting. And we discussed this so that you know how the country runs. Okay. All right, Laura. Julia, what is importing? She knows.
I know.
To import means to what? See?
I know.
I know you know. I know you know, baby. I know. What does it mean to import?
Buy?
It means to buy. All right.
Export means to sell.
Export means to sell. All right. So what country do we buy a lot of things that cars need to run on?
China.
We buy cars from China, but there's a product. Oh, are you sure? You know what product I'm looking for?
I know.
Where is it from?
I know.
What?
Saudi Arabia is for oil.
That's absolutely right. Saudi Arabia. We get most of our oil from Saudi Arabia. All right. So what other products, what do we buy from China? Chevy. Everybody should be able to sell something on this one. And from China. We import from China. So that means we buy. So what do we buy from China?
Clothes.
We buy clothes. Julia, anything else? Pass it down. Don't worry. We can come back. Coleman, what do we buy from China?
Toys.
We buy toys. What do we buy? What else do we buy?
Corn.
We buy corn. Well, we actually sell them corn, I think.
Instruments.
Instruments, we do, medical instruments. Now, what do we sell to other countries? Mr. Alex?
We sell to
Germany.
Germany. We sell cars.
We sell cars. We also buy Mercedes from them, too. Okay, and who else do we sell to, Laura?
Brazil.
We sell to Brazil. We buy what from Colombia? Coleman?
Bananas.
We buy bananas from Coop, okay? Now, Laura says we buy perfume from Spain. How many of you guys knew that? You did that? Okay, cool. That's good. What do you...
Jewelry.
We buy jewelry from Spain, absolutely. I told you she was our princess. Okay, all right. She needs to marry a very rich man.
She's not letting you down.
She needs to marry a rich man, I'm telling you. Okay. All right, so, okay, now on the currency, speaking of rich, we were talking about, you can hold this, sir. We were discussing money, right? We were discussing money. And we found out that money has different faces on it. Right. So who is on the $500 bill? Chevy. William McKinley. I mean, I didn't know that because I've never had a $500 bill. But, and on the dollar bill, Mr. Wright. Who's on the dollar bill? Stand up.
George Washington.
Not only George Washington. Oh, yeah, he's on the quarter. I just want you to give me $1. See, this is how it is in school all day long, okay? All right, so.
Never a dull moment.
It's never a dull moment in my class. Chevy, who's on a $2 bill? Thomas Jefferson. Mr. Coleman, who's on a $5 bill? Abraham Lincoln. Okay. Do you know who's on a $50 bill? Again, she's from Spain. Or a $100 bill? Mr. Okay, Julia?
Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah, she said that was her favorite one.
What?
The $100 bill. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, so who is on the $50 bill? Yes.
Ulysses S. Grant.
Absolutely. The Ulysses S. Grant. Okay, on the penny.
Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln. Okay, very good. On the $50, who's on the 50-cent piece? Alexander.
It's
John.
Don Adams.
Not John Adams.
Oh,
Okay, before Jaden has a heart attack. Jaden, who is it? Give it passage to Jaden, please. You from?
John Adams.
No, he just. Who is it?
John F. Kennedy.
John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy. Okay, very good. Now, what we're going to do now, we're going to. Who's on the? Do you know who's on the $10 bill?
I do.
Who's on the $10 bill?
Alexander Hamilton.
Alexander Hamilton. Okay. And Benjamin Franklin, was he a president?
No.
Okay. On money, most people are presidents, but who are the two who are not presidents? Coleman.
Alexander Hamilton and Benjamin Franklin.
Exactly. They were the two who are not presidents. All right? Outstanding. Okay. Now what we're going to do some mathematics for you. Okay? So you can hold this because they're just going to show you. You want to take your boards out? Okay. All right. I need you guys to write down this problem. 2,435. Oops. I'm supposed to write it too. Forgot it, so there's no misunderstanding. Today I got misquoted, and they argued me down, saying, well, that's not what you said, Miss Thomas. Okay. So 2,435 times 2. These are first graders, and this is the multiplication they're going to do. This should be the answer they come up with.
Okay.
I guarantee you they will come up. There you go. That would be Mr. Wright back there. Show it to the camera. He does have the right answer. Yeah. Okay? They all have the right answer. Yours is off. Try it again. By 10. They're all the right, except this one's off by 10. Okay. Very good. Okay. Let me use your tissue. Erase it. This is their favorite subject. My kids have only had recess twice this year by choice. They choose to do math instead of go outside.
Wow.
And that is no exaggeration. Very unusual. They're like, no, we'd rather have math. Okay.
Yep.
All right, the next problem, 48,910 times 2. Coleman, it should look like this.
I know.
48,910 times 2, and let's go. 48,910 times 2. These are first graders, and then I'm told that state of Illinois said they're supposed to do multiplication in 5th grade.
Okay.
But we do it in first grade.
Because they don't know any better. They just do it.
They can see that.
All right, here we go.
I didn't get it done.
This is the right answer.
Is my right answer? I got
No.
the right answer?
Yep, that's right. Nope, goes down. Go.
I got it right. Is
Yes, you do.
mine right?
98,820. That's correct. 97,000, sorry. 97,820. I looked at couples, and Lewis said, that's not right, Miss Thomas.
That's right.
That's not right, Miss Thomas. That's right, 97,820. Okay, yep, erase, erase, erase. Can I give you another? Thank you. Yep. All right, we're going to get harder.
Yay. Times?
Yep, multiplication, because you guys can.
Yeah.
So let's try 196,000.
What?
196,423 times 2. Coleman, can you see this? 196,423 times 2. 196,423 times 2. Everyone got it?
This is a 4?
Yeah, 423. Ready?
I like the way they're concentrating.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, ready? You sure? Laura, check it out again. What do you have? Exactly. 392,846. Exactly. Okay? Yeah,
Fantastic.
that's right. Okay?
Alright.
All right. Okay, one more on multiplication, then we're going to show you some really fun math. Now, what's great about these kids, these are first graders, right? They do not use their fingers. They learned about a month, 2 months, 3 months ago that they would run out of fingers once they passed 10. So then they started having to do it in their heads.
Okay.
And you should see them at my board, and Laura goes like this, constantly thinking how to do it. They don't use their fingers at all.
No, we're doing 5 times.
Okay, so let's try 124,254 times 2. You guys see that? That's what it should look like. 124,254. You guys got it in the back? Mr. Ortiz,
I don't.
you have it? 124,254 times 2. We're just starting 3s next week, so this is what we're doing 2s. Okay.
I'm at 5.
Well, he's ahead. He is at 5. He always jumps ahead. I can't remember. His mother is doing too much for him at home. He comes to school every day ahead of everybody. I'm not kidding. I'm like, I got to give his mom a call. 248,508. Exactly. Yep.
Fantastic.
These are first graders. I think the oldest one is 7, and the youngest might be 6. That's right.
Is mine right?
248.
Is mine right? Is mine right?
Yes, it is. It is.
I think I'm the youngest. Wait, mine's right. I'm only 6.
Okay, she's 6. But she can start. She really goes to town on adding and subtraction.
Oh,
Okay. All right. So now let's try some very large add addition. They don't like addition anymore because they're doing multiplication.
Okay.
But they can do it. All right. So I need to use yours.
Erase?
Yes, erase.
No.
We do regular math, which is in our. I brought this. This is the curriculum. Because she wants to. All right. So this is our curriculum book. All right.
But that's easy.
My kids finished this book in about 4 weeks. They finished this is for the whole year. Right? The state of Illinois says that this class should be doing right now 87 minus 1.
What?
Yes. Every time I do that, my class screams at me. I said, we have to do it because if they come in and audit us, which they will, they've got to show that we're teaching the curriculum. So they chose to take this and just memorize it. So they just do it in their heads. So 87 minus 1, okay, Ms. Thomas, 86. Okay, how long we got to do this? I said for about 40 minutes. Oh, please. You know, and that's what they do. So they took this whole book and they memorized this entire book. And this is our book for the year. Literally. The last page of this book says they should be doing money, and I guarantee you they're already past 65 cents. They can actually do... Yeah,
We did that.
yeah,
We did that.
yeah. So they finished the entire book in 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
They finished it in 6 weeks. And this is what the state says they should be doing now in May. So as long as we abide by the curriculum state of Illinois, which we have, they can learn other stuff. And so they learned everything. Okay?
Mom, you brought mine.
It was finished, so I just used yours. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Jaden doesn't, you know, and I told him not to finish it. He finished it anyway. So they just like, can we get this out of the way so we can have some real math? Okay. So that's what the kids are doing. Now, all right, so let me do your addition. I'm going to, you got it? You ready?
Yes.
You ready?
Ready.
Okay. We're going to do times 5. All right, let's take 123,456 plus 23,456. Coleman, make sure you put your numbers right. 123,000. Yeah, but you know what? Line them up right. 123,456 plus 23,456. Now, what is unique about what they're doing on this? They started beating the clock. I'm not kidding you. Chevy can do this pretty much in his head. And he was beating the clock from 30 seconds to 20 seconds down to 10 seconds. I'm not exaggerating. I promise you. You guys can come in my class. Yes.
In his head.
In his head. Chevy can do this in his head. Yes, you too. And Julia, she's so competitive. You know, she's a competitive little angel. She's a little angel. She just competes.
Done.
And they don't even eat lunch. They do this at lunchtime.
Done.
That's my Julia. That's
We got it.
yeah. Okay, I admit I am partial to my girls because I want to see girls rule in the next century. That's right.
I didn't carry it.
That's right.
I carried it in my mind.
Yeah, see, did you hear? She carries it in her head. Now, Chevy and Laura, they usually carry the ones in their heads. The rest of them are doing it, and also Coleman, he can do it too. Coleman can do it. Yep. So they should have 146,912. High five.
I don't have to carry them all.
High five. And that's what we do all day long. High five.
High five.
Okay. 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 All right. So let's try some more. I just want you to see how these. I'm not kidding. Now the whole class can pretty much do this.
Okay.
These kids do it the fastest.
Okay.
Okay. Now Mr. Wright, he literally just started getting into math in the last month, and he just boom. You know, his mother wrote me a note says, "I can't believe he's doing this." I'm like, oh, because when I first told her he was doing it.
He's a softball too.
Football. He plays football.
A left-hander? Is he left-handed?
Yeah. Oh, his softball. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when he first started doing it, his mother was like, you know, I think it's a little hard for him. I'm like, oh, Miss Thomas. I was like, oh, I don't think so. And then she comes and said, you know, he can really do it. I'm like, you need to know he can really do it, okay? But his mother is another super person, and she just works with him. It's amazing. All right, you guys, here we go. One more addition, and then we're going to do subtraction. And watch them do subtraction in their head. Watch this.
Okay.
All right, 200.
200.
No, 400.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Okay, 476,423. I'm going to show it. No, not times. Plus 21,000. 476. Yeah. It should be 476,000. 423 plus 21,476.
I don't need any help.
I know. Okay.
John.
Julia, can you see this? 476,423 plus 21,000. Julia has brothers. Her family's amazing. 476,000. Yeah, her brothers help her a lot, which is kind of cool. 400 and she said, if I get the wrong answer, William gave it to me. I'm like, okay. Okay, 476,423. Hold on, I'm going to tell you in a second. Hold on. 21. 21,000.
You won again.
That's right.
Congratulations.
Okay? Okay. What do you have? No, this is right. 497, 899. That's it. 497, 899. 497, 899.
Like this?
899.
No, because you have to carry one here. Is it right?
See, I love it when they dispute this. Watch this. She says, no, it's not right. It is right. 497. It is 497, 899.
Miss Thomas, is this right?
This is plus.
Can I erase
9.
Miss Thomas,
9.
Is this
You
right?
subtract it. It's plus.
Miss Thomas, is this right? 6 is 6?
Yeah. 3 plus 6 is 9. You subtract it. I got it. You need to sit down, please. We need to sit down. You can't get up. You guys cannot get up.
I like the enthusiasm.
All day long. Yeah, all day long.
Right? Mom.
Yeah. Okay? All right. Next problem is subtraction.
Yay!
Can I use yours?
Yes,
Can I use it?
you can use mine.
Oh, okay, that's okay. All right, we're going to do a subtraction.
Yay!
All right. Subtraction. Okay. 211,121
111,121
minus 10,019. It should look like that.
19. I did it.
Do not get out of your seats. 211,121 minus 10,019. Ortiz, you have it? Ocampo, you have it? Coleman, you have the line up right? Coleman, put that 1 underneath the 1, not underneath the 2. That's going to throw you off. Coleman has a phenomenal mother and father who work with him constantly. All of them do. You know, I could just go through all of them. Minus 10,000. Put the 10 under the, line it up right.
Mine is right.
What is that, 2,000? Yes, it is.
Now can I erase it?
No. Okay, hold it. All right, you should have,
Is this right?
don't get up. Don't erase it. Don't erase it. Okay. That is correct. No, it's two. No, you should have 201,000.
Minus and it. Miss Thomas, is mine right?
Yep, that's right.
Miss Thomas, is mine
Okay.
right?
Yep, it's right.
Mine's is right.
That is right.
Miss Thomas, let me
That
see.
is right.
What about me?
Should be Coleman. It should be 201. That's why you don't line it up right. That is right.
Miss Thomas,
Okay,
what
let's
about
go.
mine?
Okay.
Miss Thomas.
All right, we're gonna do another one. Erase.
Miss Thomas.
Close.
Miss Thomas, what about me?
That is right. Let's erase and start again.
She knows math now.
Oh, I told you, watch out for the girls. I told you, I don't believe me. They're gonna take over the world. All right. The next one.
Is it
Oh, okay. You guys should know this one. 231,000. 100
100
minus 31,100.
minus 31,100. Oh, this is easy. What? Let me see. That's so easy.
You should have, Coleman, 231,100
Oh,
minus 31,000. 200,000 is correct.
Miss Thomas, is this it? Miss Thomas,
Ortiz, let's go.
Miss Thomas,
Okay.
is this it?
Yeah.
Yes, I knew it. Every single one of them was 0 except for the 2.
Oh, see. This they do in their hands. It's time to wrap it up.
Wait,
Okay.
wait.
Is it time?
Wait.
Okay.
Yeah, done. I'm done.
Is it
Thomas,
done?
Thomas, look.
You know, you cannot stand up, you guys. You can't. You can't stand up. I told you guys. Exactly. 200,000.
What about me?
Is it now?
Mine's is right.
Huh?
No,
Okay. So we're done. Yep, erase.
now, cursive.
Okay, now we're going to write in cursive.
Yeah, cursive.
First graders?
Yep.
Cursive?
Yes, this is what they do.
Okay.
I'm writing cursive.
And they do it so well. In fact, Laura does all her homework now in cursive. Everything. Are we ready? I'd like you to write in cursive, today is a good day. Show one. Okay. All right. And what we're good. The reason I wanted them, the district says that they should learn cursive second or third grade, but I thought it was important that they know how to sign their name. because you do have to sign your name. Now, a lot of times they're telling us you don't need to know cursive anymore because kids use computers. You still have to sign a check. You have to sign contracts. You have to sign things. Now, Laura does all her homework in cursive. Here we go. Today is a good day. Can you zoom in on hers? Okay. And the reason for that is they do need to know how to sign their name. And my whole objective in my class every day is to prepare them. They're all good. And so they're all good. Is to prepare them for college. Now, I know they're in first grade, Dr. Brooks, but I foresee every one of my students going to college. And I told them I am saving money to come to all of their graduations because they can. I know they can all go to college. And I don't want them to ever feel bad about anything.
Do I have to
So,
erase it
okay, no, you can erase. So this is what they're, well, they've got it. They know that you can all do that. Now, what I want you to do to hear them now is read. I know I'm moving kind of fast, and today we tried to get everything in an hour that they do. Every day, they have a full day. I'm always amazed at how excited they are to come to class. I mean, if somebody worked me like I worked them, I wouldn't be happy to be there. And now it's gotten to be reversed because now they're working me. I went to my principal's office today to make sure that she approved all the questions. And she says, why are you out of breath? I said, because they're working me like a slave. Honest to God. And
That's a good sign.
yeah, but they don't get tired. But they're 6 and 7, you know? And you see them in the cafeteria, you see them at lunch, and the parents are like, come on, so-and-so, you know, give her a break. I'm like, no, it's okay, I'm fine. And I go home and I pass out. My husband doesn't understand why. It's like, I'm done. So we're going to open a book, and I'm going to have Coleman Brook. What we do about once or twice a week, they get to bring their own books to class. And Coleman brought in a book. What's the title of your book, Mr. Coleman?
Gray Wolf, Red Wolf.
Great. I call them by their last names because I told them they need to get used to people calling them that because they're all going to be very important one day. So Mr. Coleman has this book on wolves. Now, this is literally a 6th grade book, and he's going to read you the first paragraph, and then Mr. Ortiz is going to take over. Go ahead. And then I'm going to have Mrs. Jasmine Gonzalez. She's going to read, okay? Let's go. Pick a page. It doesn't matter. You can give them a book yourself. We had somebody come from the University of Northwestern. They didn't believe these kids would read like this. I said, you give them a book.
Okay.
Yep, go ahead.
Since long before humankind began recording history, the wild
Oh, wait a minute. Excuse me. Can you give them the mic?
howl of wolves.
Oh, the mic. I'm sorry, Mr. Coleman. Go.
I got it.
No, let him hold it while you read. Go.
Since long before humankind began recording history,
Julia, sit down.
the wild howl of wolves resounded across the world's northern hemisphere. Europe, most of North America, Japan, and Asia, the gray wolf wandered them all, avoiding only the highest mountains and driest deserts because of its ability to survive in so many different areas.
Okay, stop. Ortiz, I want you to take it back. And you could ask any of them, and they don't really pre-rehearse. You can pick it up from there.
Where do you see? Right there. The wolf is viewed as one of the most successful hunters ever to live. Gray wolf, eastern timber wolf, tundra wolf, buffalo wolf, Arctic wolf. This animal has many names, depending on its homeland, but each of its...
Okay, go ahead. No, honey, he can't see your face. They want to see you. Okay.
But each is merely a variation of the same species, which scientists refer to as Canis lupus.
Thank you. That's first grade. Now I have a kindergartner, Miss Jasmine. You want to stand up? Can someone pass?
I'll hand the book to him.
Would you? No.
I can hold it.
Okay.
I got it. I'll hand the book for him.
No, just pass the mic down to Julia. No, Julia on the first. That's good. Julia, no. Give it to to Mr. Wright. Okay. Now this is Jasmine, and hold on. Okay. Jasmine is in the kindergarten. She's in Miss Hardy's class. And can you hold that, Jasmine? You just hold the book, and he's going to hold that microphone.
The communication.
Wait. Speak up a little bit.
The communication story.
She's in kindergarten.
Kindergarten.
She's in kindergarten. Yes. Okay. This just tickles me when I watch her read. Okay.
If you want to talk with someone who's far away, you can call them on the telephone. But what did people do before there were telephones? People have always communicated with others who were far away. They found many ways to do that. Let's learn about some of the early ways.
Jasmine is in kindergarten. 4 stars best. I'm serious. Thank you, Jasmine. I asked Jasmine to come and be with our first graders, and she was like, I don't know. I'm like, Jasmine, you can do it. She's like, okay. So I'm like, they're your friends. So all the kids today met her, and they embraced it. We're going to be here for you, okay? So thank you, Jasmine. All of them are just doing unbelievably well. Thank you. They are. Now what? Oh, we have plenty left to do. Okay. So now we're going to show you, our curriculum says in the state that they took away time, telling kids how to tell time. I think it's important for kids to know how to tell time. We live in a time where kids need to be aware of what's going on around them. They need to know their phone numbers. They need to know their addresses. All these kids, to me, and I'm very partial because I love them all, but they're all beautiful, okay? And you have predators out here nowadays. I want these kids to know how to contact their parents. I want them to know what time something happened, and they need to know how to get in touch with their parents. You want to hold that? So we decided to learn time anyway, but I learned time on our time, so we didn't take away from the curriculum. So I brought a little board here today to show them, and they're going to tell you what time it is. And I'm going to start with Kendall. Kendall, what time is it, Kendall?
6 o'clock.
It's 6 o'clock. All right. Mr. Chevy. Mr. Davis, excuse me. Mr. Davis, what time is it?
7:15.
It is 7:15. Now the state said they're not able to know this until 3rd grade or 2nd grade. You know, I highly differ. Okay. All right. So, Mr. Ortiz, what time is it?
10:30.
All right, Mr. Ortiz, what time is it now?
10:05. 10:10.
10:10. It is 10:10. All right. And we won't draw this long, but I want to give them each a chance. Mr. Wright, what time is it? It is 2:20. Yes, it is 2:20. All right, do not get out of your seats because it's hard for the camera to keep track. Mr. Chevy, did I give you this? 2:45. All right, Mr. Ocampo. I'll give you a hard one. What the heck? Because you can do it. All right, Mr. Ocampo. No, not that one. It's too easy. Okay, Mr. Ocampo. 2:35. 2:35. All right. Actually, all of them can do this, and we can do this all day. But the premise I'm trying to show is kids aren't. They're not too young to know what tell time. They're not too young to know their phone numbers. All my kids here can tell you their parents' phone numbers. They can tell you their addresses, and they didn't know that. Okay, before, because they're like, well, I don't need to know that. Yes, you do. You need to know how to get in touch with your mom and dad at all times. So the time, they're like a year ahead on this. Absolutely. So I'm comfortable when they go into 2nd grade or 3rd grade, they'll be able to cover this with no problem. No problem at all. All right, so. You didn't, oh.
You missed me.
One more time, and just one. You guys can do it together. How about, Julia?
5.
Okay.
I know.
Julia?
5:30.
How-
No, 5:30.
It's not 5:40.
5:40.
5:40. Okay, very good. Okay, so that is what they can do. Now they're also learning that there's times in different segments. Like they know that there's Eastern Standard Time, there's Central Standard Time, and there's Mountain Time. Particularly since we have a guest from, I mentioned that Laura is from Spain.
Yeah.
Her parents are actually teaching, one of her parents is teaching in our district at Neal. I think he's like on sabbatical to teach her for a year.
Okay.
And so he said that when he asked Laura if she wanted to come, she's like, yeah, I'll go. And she has just, the whole class has just embraced her. I hate to see her leave. I think, are you guys leaving this year?
I don't know.
Okay, I think there's
so.
I think they're leaving, which is a shame. But it's great to have an exchange student in the first grade. I was an exchange student in high school, but I can't even imagine being in another country at 6. How old are you, 7? 7. Okay. So now also this year they had a project. We did a lot, didn't we?
Oh,
And they did posters of their states they were born in, and they had to pick a country from a continent. So, for example, Laura, you want to take this back to your, can this reach?
you mentioned about doing a lot to accomplish the different aspects. I mean, just like that, they adjust themselves just like that.
Well, you know what?
Take them a whole
No,
period
I think what people don't realize is kids are like sponges. If you give them the knowledge, they'll soak it up. Okay, we put limitations on kids. We say, well, they can only learn that in first grade. Says who? Says who? They can only learn up to 100 by February or March. Says who? My kids are doing hundreds of thousands, and they can do this. I am not kidding you. They can do this, most of it in their heads, at the board. Okay? So who said the kids can't learn this? By the time these kids are in 3rd grade, they should seriously be doing fractions. And they can do this comprehension. These kids can, my class can, because they don't know they can't. You know, I mean, Chevy's already coming here telling me, I'm ready for division. I'm like, what? Who told you about division? I know. Chevy is ready. He's like, can we do division this year? I'm not sure we're going to get to division because we're trying to get to now to 3s and 4s and 5s. But he knows about division. Coleman's mother, oh my God, she must have a PhD. Because he comes in every week with stuff that's off the hook. I'm like, what did you learn? Coleman wants to teach science in our class. He thinks the class is ready for science, says Chris Coleman. So he goes to the library and his mother gives him these science books. And he says, Miss Thomas, can I show them what I learned this week? And I'm like, oh, sure. So Coleman teaches my class usually the first 20 minutes on Monday because his mother has told him some crazy stuff over the weekend. It's all true, though. She's a smart woman. I got to meet her. So anyway, we're going to have Laura tell you about a poster that she made. Is that okay? Laura, take it back and show them your poster. If we can walk back here.
Did she make this?
They do. This is one she made. Laura is from Spain. Yes. And most of these, this was supposed to be a project for them, but the really great thing that happened is it became a family project. Okay. And all their moms and dads, they all helped them with it, and it was great. This was the best project they could have done this year. So tell us about Spain, Laura.
Want me to read it though?
Mm-hmm.
Spain is a country in Europe. It's between France and Portugal. The population of Spain is 46 million people, and its area is about 500,000 square kilometers, 4 times Illinois. Its capital is Madrid.
Okay. So what is, Laura, what is the capital of Spain?
Madrid.
Madrid. Okay. And where's the map? Okay. And what did you say the population was? 26 million?
46 million.
46 million. Okay. All right. And what is their product?
I don't know.
Just tell me the product that they have that they excel in Spain. What product did you show?
This?
Mm-hmm.
Spain invents
You guys said.
lollipops, pagaya, mop, helicopters, and submarines.
Okay. So I didn't know that. Did you know that? They're famous for submarines? That's what happens when kids do research. They find things you don't even think about. So, yeah, Spain is one of the best countries for making submarines. I did not know that, okay? All right, so another one we have, where is yours? Can you hold his up? Now, come on. Louis did his project on Colombia.
Okay, let me find Colombia
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
And can you hold this for Louis? So she's going to hold it for you, okay? So, Louis, tell them about Colombia. You have to move in. They need you to move in?
She's gonna.
I'll hold it. How about that?
Colombia is located in northwestern South America. The capital of Colombia is Bogota.
Uh-huh.
The main location is Spanish. Language is Spanish. Colombia has temperatures in the 70s and 80s years round. The president is Juan Manuel.
See, they can't hear him. Okay, and he Louis speaks softly anyway, so I'm sorry about that.
Colombia has 32 states.
You know what? I need you to stand over here on the side, honey, so they can see you. So you need to stand here. Good. I'll hold it. How about that? Okay? Is that working? All right. Hallelujah. Cameraman saying hallelujah. All right, here we go. You can turn around.
This is Colombia's.
Okay.
This is Colombia's money.
Mm-hmm.
95 of the world's emeralds come from Colombia.
95 of the world's emeralds. I thought that was very important because you know how I love jewelry? Okay. I'm like, oh, okay, I would be going to Colombia. Okay, all right. I'd probably be cheaper over there, too. Okay.
Colombia's Pacific coast is home to the golden dart frog.
You need to speak a little louder. What about the frog?
Colombia's Pacific coast is home to the golden dart frog. 1 gram of its poison is enough to kill about 15,000 humans.
Okay, when he told that report last week, he did this. I didn't know that, you know, and I think I'm pretty well versed in history and things. 1 little gram can kill 15,000 people. So that's good to know. I mean, that's what I'm saying. When these kids did these reports, they did things that I never would have thought of. And they actually did it themselves. I mean, it was like grand. And then we have a report on Uruguay, which is...
I didn't finish. Me.
You didn't finish? What did you need to say?
Please, the coffee.
Okay. Oh, yeah. What is their #1 product?
Colombia is known for coffee and oil.
Okay, good job. All right.
The flower is kind of like orchid.
Okay, good job. You guys cut point. Now, Uruguay was... here we go. Thank you. And this is, again, Mr. Alex Ortiz.
Just turn around
Yep.
so you can see. Okay.
All right, Alex, I want you to tell them about Uruguay.
Uruguay. This is the Uruguay flag. Here are facts about Uruguay. In South America, the population is 3.3 million people live there. The president is Jose Mujica. The money is a peso, and Uruguay is democracy. The exports are soybeans, beeswax, quinces, and natural honey. Montevideo is the largest city as well as the capital. Torreíras is the smallest. And Montevideo is the capital.
And what is their #1 product that we buy?
Quinces. Quinces are one of the main exports of Uruguay. They are very hard and cannot be eaten raw. They can be cooked and be used in jellies as well as wines.
I thought that was phenomenal. Thank you. Thank you. And you can see he did this all by himself.
He did this.
He did this. Yeah. These are first graders. I had a 6th grader come to me and tell me they were doing reports on that, and could they see what my kids did.
Okay.
I was very impressed with that.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Okay.
Now we have Laura. Who did this one? Laura, did I have yours? Oh, Laura. But what Laura didn't show you was the president of. Did you show the president of her country?
No.
And then she can just show you that, and then we'll go for one in France. This was done by another student today. Gotcha. All right, Laura, can you just show them the picture of the president? Yeah, she did an outstanding job on that.
The president of Spain is Mariano Rajoy.
Okay, that's what she wanted to make sure she got that in. Okay, so we had another student today. This was her. By the way, we have a report every day. Every day, because again, I told you there were 7 continents, and they learned 70 countries. So they were able to pick 1 country. So we have a, you have that one for me? They have a country every day that their kids learn. Every day, different country, which is like great. The reason for this, today we did France. And the young lady who did this is Rachel Talbert. Hi, Rachel. I told her I'd plug hers even though she wasn't here. And so Rachel did this, and she did the Eiffel Tower. Rachel said that the #1 product there was escargot. I didn't know that, and I love escargot. But when I told the kids it was snails, they weren't interested in it anymore. Okay. They were like, oh, it's good. I said, no, we'll pass. We'll pass, okay? So Rachel did France. Every day they pick, we have a continent, 7 continents, they pick a country. So tomorrow I think we're doing Libya. And the next day they're doing Belize. What I want them to do is travel the world in their classrooms so they realize the world is larger than Illinois. Most of them are, a lot of these kids have the pleasure of being military kids. So they're going to see various parts of the world anyway. But when they go, they will go there knowing, oh, I know what type of money they use in France. Oh, I know what they do in Italy. I know what they do in Belize. I know what they do in Libya. I mean, they know all the continents. And they know all the countries. And they can almost tell you the populations. This what I want people to realize that these kids are first graders
Right.
with some super duper parents, okay, who don't, you know, they don't say, you know, Miss Thomas, I don't think they should learn that. I can honestly say that. Anything, they go out, they buy the boards. I really thought I was going to have parents upset with me because this is the second board. They bought boards. They did all 50 states.
Okay.
And every kid had a different state. And then I have the nerve the next month to say, now I want you to do countries. I was expecting calls, not one call. Not one call. They just went out and said, what do you want us to buy? Okay? That's why you can have kids like this, you know? And these kids, people say, oh, they're private schools. Oh, these are like gifted kids. These are average kids who do gifted things.
Okay.
That's what they do. They just, you know, and again, we can't thank their parents enough for buying the products. Laura came in with money. She actually had money from Spain. So another one came in from Stars from France. So I want to say that because North Chicago has received some negative press. Some of these kids hopefully will be coming back to our school next year. Some of them may not. But they have learned so much, and they have given me more than I've given them. So I never think that I'm like, people say, oh, you're a super teacher. No, I have super students, you know, who want to learn, and they haul me down. And Julia, I run from her because every day she's learning something she wants to tell me. Did you know? Because she has two brothers. So they tell her stuff in other classes, and then she comes and tells me. And Coleman, you know, his mother, I think she does have a PhD. If she doesn't, she should. Coleman comes in every day with something new scientific. And Ortiz, oh, my God. Can you hear his voice? Think he's like an old man? He is. He's about a 40-year-old man and a 6-year-old boy. So that's what we did today. That's what we do. And they are all-stars. Would you agree?
Great, great.
And I just want to thank them.
That was the appropriate name for all-stars. 'Cause
They are.
They're truly all-stars in not only in Forest Hill School, but the whole school district.
They are.
And letting the whole county know. Lake County is approximately, 800,000 people. But we have approximately 100,000 Comcast viewers watching the program. And, and you are really a credit. And we have to give credit to Mrs. Thomas, right? Let's give her a hand.
No.
Because Mrs. Thomas, you are definitely an all-star yourself.
Oh.
You are a super teacher. And I was wondering, and I'm sure the parents, thank you, the parents are wondering too, when the child gets in the second grade, or may promoted to the third grade, what is going to happen? Are they going to have super teachers to continue this?
We hope so. We really
Okay.
hope so. But I want to thank you for doing the show tonight, Dr. Brooks. And you can wrap us up and take us home.
Okay, we want to thank the parents for coming out to watch their super all-stars here on the program tonight. So I want to thank, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for taking time from your busy schedule to watch Fall All-Stars in the North Chicago Community School District number 187 with Milton Thompson, Superintendent, Dr. Cassandra, the principal, and our special teacher, Ms. Tara Thomas. Thank you for watching another program on Community Forum. My name is Dr. Waddell Brooks, Sr., your host.